Hi, my name is David Warner Mathisen, and I'm very excited to announce a special opportunity in conjunction with Darren Grimes and Graham Dunlop of the Grimerica Show podcast as part of their ongoing Contact at the Cabin events, where Darren and Graham invite a previous guest to meet up somewhere in the world and give listeners an up-close adventure centered on an area of research related to consciousness, ancient history, and other related subjects. Most recently, Darren and Graham invited Randall Carlson to Contact at the Cabin 2019, which was held in Pagosa Springs, Colorado this past May, exploring the evidence of catastrophism in the geologic record in the United States and planet Earth. Next year, for Contact at the Cabin April 2020, we will be converging on Bryce Canyon and Zion Canyon in Utah, where we will explore the star myths of the world while surrounded by the night sky in one of the best stargazing locations in North America. And Brandon Powell will be giving a full course on the Wim Hof method of breathing techniques, cold exposure, and mind-body control. In addition to these amazing subjects, there will also be plenty of time to just hang out and spend time together along with Darren and Graham and guests from around the world. And this year's Contact at the Cabin will also be hosted by Russ and Kyle Allen of the Brothers of the Serpent podcast. And the ticket price includes lodging or camping. There's different prices for different types of lodging. It includes the lodging or the camping and the food, the transportation from the Las Vegas airport, which is one of the least expensive airports to fly into in the United States. So it includes lodging, food, transportation from the Las Vegas airport in vans that are provided by Russ and Kyle and Darren and Graham. And of course, all the conversations and presentations and stargazing and visits to the Bryce Canyon and Zion Canyon national parks. While we cannot predict or guarantee the weather, we selected a location for this event that is in the middle of the high desert and has some of the most amazing night skies that we can find anywhere. Contact at the Cabin this year will take place from Thursday, April 16th through Sunday, April 19th, 2020. And there will be a new moon on April 22nd, so that means that this year's event will be held during an ideal time for stargazing, when the waning crescent moon is rising during the early hours of the morning. And so that should allow for a beautiful night sky views from the special locations that we've chosen for the stargazing. Here's a simulated night sky for Saturday, April 18th. From the location of Bryce Canyon, we'll be able to see some of the most mythologically important constellations, and I'll be pointing them out for you to see in person for yourself as we discuss the role of these specific constellations in the world's ancient myths and scriptures. And I know that for some guests, this may be the very first time that you're able to see and identify some of the amazing constellations that we'll be pointing out during this event. They'll be crossing the sky during this time of year, including the constellation Hercules, the constellation Virgo, the constellation Boötes, the constellation Coma Berenices, the constellation Hydra, the constellation Leo the Lion, the constellation Cancer the Crab, which includes the mythologically important Beehive cluster, the twins of Gemini, and many others. We'll explore the role of these important constellations and others in the world's ancient myths and scriptures, including the stories of the Bible, the myths of ancient India, the myths of ancient Egypt, the myths of ancient Mesopotamia, the myths of ancient Greece, the Norse myths, the life of the Buddha, the life of Bodhidharma or Dharmo, the sacred stories of the Americas and of Africa and of the Pacific Islands and other sacred traditions around the world. Again, we're not able to guarantee the weather, but we're choosing a time and a location that should be as conducive as possible to incredible night skies. Bryce Canyon and the high desert of Utah are known for having some of the absolute best stargazing opportunities on Earth. I very much hope that you can find a way to attend the upcoming Contact at the Cabin for April 2020 at Bryce and Zion Canyons in Utah, with hosts Darren and Graham of Grimerica, Russ and Kyle of the Brothers of the Serpent, and speakers Brandon Powell and myself. It should be a very special, one-of-a-kind event that will inspire you and bring you closer to nature, to the ancient myths, and to your authentic self.